Well, I want to say that, you hit a very central issue for our community. Allah commanded us to be united, and we have not been in a very long time, and we are now in this moment of history where we are the most divided we have ever been, and that was after the fall of the Ottoman Empire. That was the last unifying force within Islam, and it was a protector of the holy sites of Jerusalem, and now we don't even have control over those. And so this is a moment in history where the Muslims have been more divided than they've ever been in history. And that is why, I really do, in heart support the idea that we've been talking about, this Turkish Islamic Union, because if the Muslims are to unite, which has been our ideal and what the Quran has ordered us to do, to be one ummah, at this moment in history,
MashaAllah,
there's no group that I know of, no community that is wiser to lead the Muslims to that kind of unification than the Turkish people, for the reasons that I talk about. Because you have a wise understanding of Islam, you understand that it starts with the Quran, and that is the unifying force. I come from Pakistan, and there's so many people in Pakistan that will argue about this hadith, and they would waste time arguing about this Islamic legal ruling versus that Islamic legal ruling, and they ignore the Quran. They don't even pay attention to what holds us together, right? And that is true throughout, unfortunately, through the subcontinent. It's true in much of the Arab world that I've been in. But the Turkish people understand how to be Muslims in the 21st century, and how to live within this world and to lead this world with the values of the Quran. So, if there's going to be anyone that helps bring the Muslims closer together towards a community union, it will be the Turkish people. So, this is something that comes from my heart.
MashaAllah. Brother, millions of people are watching you right now, inshallah, and majority is Turkish, of course, and they love you, and we invite you to Turkey, and we want to see you over here, inshallah, in a live program, inshallah, in the near future. It is very important what you're saying, inshallah. And as a last, I would like to have your opinions, general opinions, and also I would like to have your opinion about the works of Harun Yahya. Harun Yahya pays much attention to this Turkish Islamic Union, Mahdiism, inshallah, the unity of Muslims, and also a scientific struggle against Darwinism and materialism, the atheistic philosophies. So, inshallah, I would like your opinion about the works of Brother Harun Yahya.
Well, I first came across Brother Harun Yahya's books a few years ago in the mosque. I was in the masjid in Los Angeles, and I saw them, and I thought, these are beautiful. They are beautifully packaged. They have a powerful message. I think the first book I read is Islam Forbids Terrorism. It was one of his books, right? And so I was impressed by both the message and the high quality of how it was presented. I said, look, here's someone who understands that Islam is beautiful, and you have to present it as beauty and wisdom rather than harshness. And so I was very impressed with that, and I know he's doing a very important work in reminding all of us that God is behind creation, right? We can, all the scientists will always try to understand the aspects of how life develops on this earth, but the message that Islam provides us is that God is behind this. God is behind the process of this, and this is something that once you disconnect from that, you lose a sense of how the world actually works. What I like to say is that both. In Muslim community and the West has forgotten what science and religion are, the questions that they answer, right? Science can tell us to some degree the answer to the question of, how do things appear to work? The question that Islam and religion answers is why? Why? And that's the deeper question that human beings are struggling with. Why? Because we can figure out how to create an atom bomb. We can figure out how to destroy this world. All these things, but why are we doing it? To be human, to be not an animal, is to ask the question and answer the question, why? And that is what religion offers. And Harun Yahya's books constantly remind us of this. Because if you disconnect from your origin, you are wandering around in a minefield, and you're going to end in a very bad place. So his books are very powerful, and I'm glad for the work he's doing.
MashaAllah. Brother Kamran, thank you very, very much. It was a great pleasure and honor for us. Again, we are inviting you.
Show my book one last time for your people in Turkey. I hope they will buy it because we have it in Turkish for them.
MashaAllah. You are doing, may Allah reward you. You are doing very good work to gain the great pleasure of Allah. Müminlerin Anası is the Turkish title of your book. MashaAllah. In this book,
the Turkish title is there, and it's published by Epsilon in Turkey, in Istanbul.
Evet, İstanbul'da bu şekilde satılıyor. Epsilon Yayın Evi galiba, değil mi? Epsilon Publishing Company, is that
Yes, Epsilon Publishing in Turkey. And
Very
it's
good.
available there. And I have had Turkish people email me saying they've read the book in Turkish and love it. So I hope more of your viewers will read it as well.
Inshallah. MashaAllah. May Allah reward you what you're doing. This is the time for the unity, inshallah. Inshallah, Islam will prevail the world, because this is a promise of Allah in the Quran. Allah promises in the Quran that Allah will prevail His religion, Islam, to the world, inshallah. We are living in special times, in the end times. This is the time for unity, and we love you and we respect you, inshallah. We invite you to Turkey. We Turkish viewers, inshallah, love you also. They want to see you in the A9 channel in a live interview again, inshallah.
I love the Turkish people. My last name is Pasha. What more do you want?
MashaAllah, brother. Inshallah. So we send our best regards, and Salaam Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam.